Hey, good morning, Angela.
Good morning.
Do you
Ready for the live stream.
I sent the link in this group chat. You can go ahead and pull up the live stream and tell me if you can hear the audio, if you can hear me talking.
I can hear it double. So
Okay, so you can go ahead and mute the live stream. So watch it, but mute it, and you'll hear me talking here. Does it have a little bit of a delay, or is it real time?
it has a little bit of a delay. I was like overwhelmed by the sound, but now I can hear you correctly because I muted the live stream.
Okay, okay. So the video is going. I think it has like a 2 second delay. So, um,
Mhm.
okay. Hey, Roy.
Hi guys, sorry, I was in a call. I called Lisa, the person to double check the issue with the KDS was resolved, so that's why I'm getting late. Apologize.
Okay, it's okay. Roy. So I want to show you guys. Actually, I see you writing a note. So go ahead and finish that up and let me know when you have the live stream pulled up. I did send the link into the group chat. So you can pull up the live stream, but mute it. I'll be talking here, so you don't hear me double. Um,
Yes.
so the thing is, so I'm gonna be taking the calls, and when we get calls, I will leave the huddle, and you guys go ahead and unmute the stream so you can see what the customer is saying, and I mean, you can hear what the customer not see, what they're saying, and you can hear me talk as well. Okay, so. While we're off a call, while I'm off a call, we can talk here. You guys mute the stream, just watch it, and then when there is a call, I'll pick it up. I'll leave the huddle, and you can unmute the stream. So that way you will hear them, you will hear me, and you can see what I'm doing. And I'll try to as well. While I'm on the phone call, I'll maybe mute myself a couple of times so I can talk to you guys and explain my thought process. Okay, so
Hey, Marco,
yep.
I wanted to mention something. I've been seeing a lot of voice calls that we get that the customer name is not being updated on the system if it's the first time they're calling. So please show them that if we have a call or a text message from a customer or like somebody that is not on the system, to add it into the contacts and assign it to the proper company. Like for example, this person, I
Yeah.
don't know if they ask her for the name and first name and last name, and make sure that we add it. So I mean I see Elizabeth Hernandez, but I don't see on the ticket that it's been updated to the name.
Yeah,
So show them how to do that, please.
that's the first thing I wanted to show right now. So Roy, Angela, since Roy, you got the first and last name. Um, okay, I see you wrote down some phone numbers. So yeah, since you got the first and last name of this person, to add someone as a contact on front, you just I'll copy the name right now. You just when you have a live ticket here, you can click up here and you see how it highlights their phone number. When you click on it, you can then hit this plus sign to add them to contacts. And you'll always be adding them to shared contacts, not private. Private contacts are shown just to you. It needs to be shared so everyone can see them. So I'll add this one and then I'll open details. So it pulls it up on the side here and I can just click here and edit the name and then add to account. So Elizabeth is from uh, tacos plus tequila
Sorry,
pour.
sorry, Marco. If you're sharing the screen, uh, oh, you're not sharing the screen. Sorry,
No,
apologize.
I'm not sharing
Okay.
in the huddle here. I sent you a link in the group chat. It's a link to a YouTube live stream. So I'll repeat the process. It's okay. Let me see if I can remove from contacts somehow. Mm. Roy, did you see the link?
I'm sorry. I just getting. Yeah, just getting. Yes, I just getting there. Apologize. Thank you.
Okay. Um,
All right, guys. Good luck. I'm disconnecting.
all right. See you. Roy, do you see the stream? You guys can unmute yourself in Slack. You can talk to me here.
Okay, thank
I.
you.
Okay, no, I just get access there.
So
Yes, I'm able to see it now.
you can see my screen. Okay, so it has like I think a 2-second delay. So what I was saying before, while I'm in the huddle with you, you can mute the stream so you don't hear me twice. Mute the stream so you're listening to me on Slack, but you're watching me on YouTube. Okay, and then when I get a phone call, I'm going to leave the huddle and you guys can unmute the stream so you can hear what I'm talking about with the customer. Okay, does that make sense?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, Roy, you muted yourself again.
Yes.
Okay, so what I was explaining to add a contact, if you're watching the stream, so you have it, you have the ticket here. Okay, went out. Hold on, resolved. So you have the ticket. What you would do when you get their name, if they're not displaying as a contact, you would come in here, you would click here, so it highlights the phone number. When you do that, you click on it, and then you hit this little button that says Add to Contacts. So I'm going to add, and we're always adding to shared contacts, not to private. So add to shared contacts. And then I'm going to open details and it pulls it up here. So you can just click here and I put the name in and add to account. So we're tying this person to a company, to an account. So she's from Tequila's, no, Tacos Plus Tequila Pooler. So I'll just select that. And now you have, it shows Elizabeth's name here as well and the account that she's connected to. Okay. All right. So that's how you do it when it comes to adding contacts. Now, this call, when this one comes in, I'll actually have one of you guys take it because I've been texting with Andy in Spanish, and when he calls, or actually, I'll pick it up. Don't mind. I'll talk to him in English. I'll tell him nobody is available from the Spanish speakers. All right, so we got this ticket from Celia. Uh, this is a chargeback dispute. So, Roy, you probably already know what chargebacks are, and Angela, for you, this customer is disputing this transaction. So they paid this much at Orale Tacos, but they're now disputing it, saying reason code 4834. Let's see what that is. Chargeback reason code. Point of interaction error. Okay. So it's a broad category. Okay. Doesn't tell us much. So pretty much what we need to. Okay, here we go. We have the reason here. Customer claims duplicate charges on a single transaction. So we need to check if this customer was actually charged twice. So I'm going to utilize multiple things. I'm going to use the Spot On reporting website, and I'm also going to use the Spot On dashboard or the hub. We call it two different things, but two different ways, but it's the same thing. So on the reporting website, I'm going to look for Orale Tacos, MLK, and I'm going to go under payments, credit card transactions. So in this chargeback dispute, in this email, we have the transaction date. So it was 10:09, and we have the card number 1379. So I'm going to select that date, 10/9. and also 1379. So we can look, we can search here for that credit card number, 1379, and we can see 6214, no tip on it, and they were charged 6214. Order number 70716. Okay, so I'm using reporting to confirm that we, on at least on this end, we only have one transaction. We can only, if I pull up the order by clicking on the order number here, we can even see the receipt and all that stuff. I mean, I've shown you this, Angela, and Roy, you probably already know. But so this was an order with multiple guests. Each guest, so guest one, guest two, guest three, four. Each guest paid for their own thing. So okay, we can actually see that this was refunded. If I pull up the receipt, 1379. But we have this one here that shows a negative amount. So this is a refund and there's no receipt for it, of course. Let me see. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze for a moment. Um,
No problem.
so I'm going to pull up the dashboard now, or the hub. The link for that is pretty simple. Login.spoton.com. And on the dashboard, we have accounts on RoboForm for each and every location. Some locations are grouped. For example, Michael's Deli and Seafood, they have two locations, and both of them are on this same credentials. So we're looking for Orale Tacos MLK. So I'm going to select that. It's going to automatically log in. And also, Holly just sent a text, so I'll take care of that as well. This is pretty simple, so I'll assign it to myself. I'll add the tag that says menu changes request Halloween trivia. Okay, so pull up the image. So it says up here that it's $9 each, but Greenside has a pricing event that cuts their cocktail prices in half on Thursdays. So we need to make it $19 and I mean $18, and when they ring it up on the POS, the pricing event cuts it in half, and it's going to be $9. So let's pull up Greenside. Okay, menu item groups and then cocktails. And so Moscow Mule was the last one, and I'm going to take that one so I can duplicate. So any new items are going to go into the last place. And Moscow Mule is missing this double modifier group. As we can see, all others have it except Moscow Mule. Okay, so duplicate. So the first item was Witch's Blood. And the price is going to be $18. Next one is Black Magic Mule, and then the Grave Digger. Black Magic Mule. And duplicate again, Grave Digger. And one more, the Coven's Kiss. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It's fairly simple. You can just, when it comes to these menu changes, just duplicate items and you're done. So I'll just let Holly know. Good morning, Holly. Those or the new drinks were added to the system. And I'll resolve that. Okay, let's get back to the stuff for Celia. So we found the transaction on the reporting site. Now we're pulling up the dashboard so we can see here. So the reason we're using the dashboard is because it allows us to see all the different credit card batches and settlements. Settlements meaning deposits. I'll show you what that means. So if I go into reports and then it's called settlements down here. we can see all the different deposits for every day. So we need to adjust this filter because that transaction was on the 9th. So it probably 9th was a Thursday. Um, what's Claudio writing? Hey, stop watching the live stream, man. Stop giving false information. Um, so this transaction was made on the 9th, but because the 9th was a Thursday and these guys batch out after, what is it, 10 p.m., this money would probably come in on Monday. So I'll just put 15th as the end date and we can look at it. So Monday was the 13th. Okay, so I think this was a federal banking holiday, so they didn't get any deposits on this day, so it came in on Tuesday. Okay, so it allows us to view these settlements or deposits. As you can see, this is a pretty big deposit right here. So it contains money for multiple days. So we need to go, if I expand this selection, we can look at all the different batches. Now you have the dates over here as well, but I don't trust this because these guys batch out after midnight. So if it says 10:10 here, that means it's probably transactions from the 9th. Maybe a little bit too complicated, but we can check a different way. So I'll open up these batches and we can see the date right here. So this is the correct date. So this is what we're looking for. We're going to go through all of these credit card batches and we're going to look for a duplicate transaction for that card number. So if I go back, I forgot what it is. If I look at the receipt, it is 1379. So I'll just copy this and inside the batches, we have this search thing up again. So I'm going to look for this credit card number. So this batch doesn't have anything about that card. So the next one, okay, so here we can see this thing twice. So it was charged twice. Now I'm going to be looking for one more thing, but let's go through all the batches to make sure it wasn't charged 3 times for some reason. Okay. So we can close these batches that are empty and we'll leave this one open. Now we have it charged twice here, but on the reporting website, I can see that a refund was already issued. And to confirm, I'm actually going to pull up the front of house. I'll connect to one of the stations. So Orale Tacos MLK, and let's use station 3, I guess. We can actually check on the POS if this refund was done. And I think that Celia did send this in maybe last week or something, and we actually did perform the refund. But I'm going to log in to the POS here and show commands refund, and it was 1379. I'm looking for the card number. And it gives us this order. It says the total is 185.71, but that's because there were 6 guests, so it shows the total for everything. But we can see down here that we have this payment for 62.14, so that's the one I'm looking for. I'm going to double click on it, and right here we're looking at MasterCard 1379, amount 62.14, and we can see that a refund was issued 10 days ago on 10/13. So what that means for this chargeback dispute is that we actually want to fight this dispute because the customer already got a refund for the double charge, and if we let this chargeback go through, they're we're gonna get we're gonna issue them another refund pretty much. So it would be like they ate at the restaurant but didn't pay anything. So we don't want to let that happen. So I'll let Celia know that I'm going to send her the refund receipt. So we can do that here if I double tap this, or actually select it, and if I hit send receipt, I can put in Celia's email, Orale Tacos Tequila, copy it from here to over here, just make sure there are no spaces out front and at the back, okay, and send it over to her. Okay, so we got that covered. I'm going to log out completely, and I'm going to reply to Celia, tell her the following. Good morning. That customer was double charged, but we issued a refund on October 13th for that second charge. I just sent you the refund receipt again, so you can fight this charge back.
Something that I want to mention, guys. We can also, if we have the time, we can also send the the charge ourselves to the chargeback team. So, Mark, if you open the email again, the send,
Yep, we can contact them
scroll,
here.
yeah, scroll up, and then you can send it. You can send the receipt ourselves. Just click on this link. It's fast for faster processing. Click on this link. Go down.
Okay. Yeah, the stream has a bit of a delay, so but I found what you're saying.
Yeah. So it doesn't take us more than 2 seconds to do this for the customer, and it's something we have to understand that the customer sometimes has 1,000 things in the restaurant. Maybe they have an employee they show up and stuff like that. We can do this for the customer and let them know that we already done it. I don't. I try not to do it so customers can know how to do it, but this is the part that I was mentioning that we need to know our customers and and treat them, maybe sometimes basic on the case to case basic, right? I know that Sally is really bad with emails, and I know that sometimes we reply to her and she doesn't reply, and then a few weeks later she's asking about an update, and we have to tell her we already sent you an update on the previous email. So if we send this email, she's probably gonna miss it, and she's probably not gonna send the charge back. And at the end of the day, we're here to help our customers and make them not lose money. So if we can send this case directly to this team, let's go ahead and do it. Okay?
Okay.
So it doesn't take us more than 2 seconds, and we can help the customer save some money.
Okay, so I'm
Perfect.
taking the case number from here, from the email, and pasting it here, right? And then the case amount was 6214, right? 6214, yep. I'll put the dollar sign. And email address, we're going to put in Celia's email, right, Claudio?
Yes.
Okay, so let me copy that. And respond to case. Invalid case amount. So let's remove the dollar sign. Okay, respond. 404 not found. Okay, so I think this is because of my VPN. So let me do this from. Um, let me
I can
connect.
I can take care of it.
Okay, okay,
Um the most important thing is that after you do that, you send an email to the chargeback team with exactly the same information, and you tell them that the issue was already refunded to the customer. So this chargeback should be you know, not processed. Okay?
okay. So you want me to send that now?
Yeah, you can send that to our email, but I'm also going to respond to the. Let me clarify this so we on the same page. Whenever it's just a chargeback and the customer is asking, we can reply directly using the link. Okay. In this case, since the refund was already applied, let's just use the email, reply to the chargeback team directly with the copy of the receipt and the reason and explaining them. Okay, this double charge was already been. We already issue a refund, so the chargeback should be, dismissed because a refund was already applied. this is the particular situation that the customer got the money and they still get fighting the chargeback. But if we have just a single chargeback that the customer is inquiring us to check the transaction, let's use the link. Got it?
Okay.
All
So
right.
for this one, we need the signed receipt by the customer?
You don't need a signed receipt because we already issued a refund.
Okay, so we just need the refund receipt pretty much.
Exactly.
Okay, so let me
Okay.
connect back here and send it to myself again.
All right. Bye. I'm
All
leaving now.
right, thank you. See you.
Thank you, Claudio. I know he left, but
He's watching the stream. He can hear you. Um, yeah, so this situation just got a little bit more complicated. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Um, okay. So sometimes these stations are gonna go into, I don't know how these people get them in so-called tablet mode, which is easily disabled by going here into these like notifications and then just tapping this setting. And I'm also going to go into Windows settings and disable it completely because most of the times it's just causing us issues. So I'm going to search for tablet mode settings. And when I sign in, use desktop mode. And when it switches tablet mode on or off, don't ask me and don't switch. So it's not going to ask to switch to tablet mode. And yeah, it's not going to switch. So just disable that and there's no way for them to do it again. So I'm going to do the same thing here, show commands, refund, and then 1379, that card number, double tap the order, and I'm going to tap on the past refund and send the receipt to myself. Okay, send. Okay, and this is what the refund receipt looks like. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and like this. Let's put it like this, and this is good enough. So I'm gonna save this. Alright, tacos, and okay, refund. Okay. So I'm actually going to send this email to the chargeback department through front here. So I'm going to put together an email and it's going to be, hold on. Uh, 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 um, so I'll delete my response to Celia because we changed course. So chargebacks at spoton.com. I'm going to hit the plus sign message and we're going to use that. Subject. I'm gonna need one more front window open so I can see the details of this email that Celia sent, or actually I can use Gmail for you guys so you can see what I'm taking from here. Where was it? Here. Okay, so I'll put that as a subject. Good morning. I'm reaching out about charge back case number. Oh, this customer was double charged, but we issued a refund for on 10/13 and they still started a chargeback dispute. I've attached a copy of the refund receipt to as proof of refund. If anything else is needed, please let me know. Kind regards. I'll just add up here for merchant GPS Orale Tacos MLK, like that. Okay, so we need to attach the thing. I always forget to do that. Orale Tacos MLK refund. And I'll send it as open. I'll leave it open for a couple days, maybe see if they respond. And we'll see how it goes. I'll let Celia know that we are fighting the chargeback for her in this case. Like Claudio mentioned, usually we leave this to them to fight it, to contact the chargeback department and stuff like that. But Celia is someone who is very busy and very, I don't know how I would describe her. She doesn't pay much attention to her emails and stuff gets missed, and we don't want her to lose this money, so we'll help her out in this case. So I'll just say good morning, Celia, again. This customer was charged twice, but we issued a refund on we've contacted the charge department already and will help you fight this refund. At this time, there is no need for further action from your end. Okay, so I'll resolve this ticket. She is probably going to respond to it later on. But let's see how it goes. It's an interesting case. It's actually my first time helping someone fight a chargeback. That's something that usually Claudio handles. And so yeah, all of us learned something new today, and I hope it was not too much information. But yeah,
Just a little bit, but I'm taking notes so I can have a wider view
yeah,
of this.
yeah. I don't think so. You guys don't actually need to know this. I would say that it's gonna be me and Claudio doing this stuff most of the time. Your job may be to check if a transaction was actually charged twice or something, and then one of us would take over and see and respond to the customer and see if we need to reach out to the chargeback department and stuff like that. So I did show you that part. So that includes checking out the batches here in the hub. So Claudio said that you cannot do this for new hardware merchants, but you actually can. I don't know why he said that. You can go through their batches as well, and you can see if something was charged twice, it's still going to show in here. It's just a matter of seeing a way how to refund it. But usually with new hardware, we can do the same thing on the POS that I just showed. You go into show commands and then go into refunds, find the transaction, find that order, double click on it, and you can issue the refund from there. So one thing I want to note, and Claudio wrote about it last week, I think. Angela, you were not here. When it comes to issuing refunds, we want you to be doing them through the front of house. And if it comes to you not being able to do that through the front of house, through show commands and then refund, reach out to one of us, because issuing refunds through the dashboard here, we can actually do that. There's a thing called virtual terminal here. This one, so we can see the transactions and stuff like that. But when it comes to issuing refunds through the virtual terminal, we have a bit of an issue with taxes. So we don't like to issue refunds here, because refunds issued on the virtual terminal don't show up on spot on reports. So it doesn't report that the taxes were refunded and stuff like that. So the customer ends up paying more taxes than they should. Let's say we're refunding something like $1,000. That's going to be $70 or $80 in taxes that it's not going to report that refund, and they're going to be paying that amount of taxes because it didn't show up on reports. So Roy, I know I was on your ass yesterday to issue that refund through the front of house for Hog and Bones Leesburg, and that's the reason I did, if it makes sense.
Okay. So not from here, but from front of the
Yes.
house. The refunds need to be issued, right?
Yes, yes. So from front of a house. But sometimes you are going to have cases where you'll get an error message on the front of house telling you that you cannot issue the refund and it needs to be refunded a different way. But when it comes to that, just let me and Claudio know. And also, when you do notice a double charge, if it needs to be refunded, reach out to me or to Claudio if I'm not around, because those double charges we actually can refund through here. But I don't want to confuse you any further with that story. If you do notice a double charge, reach out to me or Claudio to see what way it needs to be refunded. So I'm gonna exit out of here. Heidi said sent something. So yesterday she sent in a text to disable these baby cakes that they have. So now she says we need to put it back in for the Brunswick location. So I'm gonna pull up Michael's Deli. Doo-doo-doo. So pretty much what happened, they ran out of baby cakes yesterday. So I went ahead and made them unavailable completely as a menu item and as a modifier. And I'll show you the easiest way to get it done. So I'll just go into menu items and I'll type in baby cakes, and we have this one and this one. So these are actually active. Okay, interesting. They did this by themselves probably. So they are available and not out of stock. So we are good with these. Now I'm just going to go into modifiers and type in baby cakes again. It's a single modifier, but it is assigned to multiple modifier groups, as you can see. So I'm just going to scroll down and you can see how this thing is a little bit grayed out. That means it is available at one location, but not at all of them. Or if we had 6 locations and it was made unavailable for just one, it would still be like this. When it's a full line like this, that means it's available at all locations. So I just did that. I clicked here and it is available. But if you needed to make it unavailable, you would come in here up top, location specific settings, and so it shows this modifier in every modifier group. So combo side modifier group, sides again, basket sides, combo sides, and all these different modifier groups. So you can just select the location that it needs to be removed for and uncheck this again. But I'm going to check it because we need it back in the system. And I'll just, good morning, Heidi. This is all set. Tag this, menu changes, and resolve. Okay, so for some reason, we're not getting in any calls, which was the main thing that I wanted you guys to listen to. But tell me, so far, do you have any questions?
That was quite fast, but I'm putting all my attention into this so I can memorize everything.
Okay, okay.
And
Yeah, if I'm
yeah,
going
but
too
okay.
fast, Angela, just feel free to tell me to slow down a little bit. I know I
Um,
can I can sometimes get carried away, and yeah,
I
just
think the main problem is the delay because you say here and it takes a little bit of time to refresh on the screen. So that's the main thing
okay.
that's giving me a little bit of issues. But other than that, all good. I understood how to go through these processes.
Okay. Hmm. Maybe I need to figure out something better do that. Because of that delay, maybe it would be better if you guys just listen to the stream instead of us being in the huddle here. And then when I ask something, you guys can reply to me in the chat or something like that. That would make sense. But okay, let's say for now, does Claudio have any tickets we can work on? No. Nothing. So this one is a credit card overage that I was not able to figure out why it happened. Okay, guys, let's do this. Since there's not much going on right now, I will end the stream for a little bit, and once we start getting some calls, I can start the stream up, and you guys actually when the first call comes in, I'll start the stream up. We don't need to be in a huddle. You'll just watch. I'll send you the link so you can watch it and listen to me and see what I'm doing. Is that okay?
Perfect. I'll be around to notice whenever you get a call, so I
Yeah, it's
can
okay.
enter the stream.
Okay, okay. I'll type in the group chat, so just watch out for new messages there.
Okay, thank you, Marco.
Alrighty, see ya.